Yeah, and so that's like that. Ain't that so fucked up? Like that's your best case scenario, right? Like that's the jackpot.
Yeah,
Is
that you
getting
get injured, you get paid well.
yeah getting permanently
I'm
disabled.
gonna tell you something like that, like you may not believe.
Hmm.
Because their military's like budget's so large in other places, we literally can't afford in the way we are right now. We can't afford to raise it that much. That's why only injured people get 4,000.
Yeah, well, it all goes to contractors. You know, that's why what you're talking about is true.
Yeah.
But it's not because, like, oh, they can't give us more money. It's because it all goes to the rich guys.
They can't allocate it. They need to reallocate it, bro.
Yeah, it goes to Raytheon, it goes to Lockheed Martin, it goes to all those guys. You guys don't get fucking shit. You get a lobster meal once before they fucking deploy you to go get blown up in the middle of the desert. Hey, sorry that took so long, man. Are you still there? I'm gonna join the general chat. Hey, man. Good to see you. Yeah, alright. Woo! Hello, how are you?
Yo, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Yo.
How are you doing today, man?
Oh, how are you?
I can't complain. It's a beautiful day.
It's a beautiful day. Where are you at anyways in the United States?
I live in Florida currently. What about you?
Oh, I'm living in California.
Oh, okay. I've never been to California.
I don't know if you know the areas. It's the county below LA County.
Okay. Okay, so you still live in
Yeah,
like North California, but like
I live in SoCal, like
Okay.
Southern California. Like I live like less than a mile from the beach.
what do you think about Gavin Newscomb? What do you think about him? You a fan?
Bro, absolutely fucking not, bro. I don't think anyone's a fan. Neither liberal.
Yeah, because he stomped on those
He-
homeless people or some shit. He like stomped some of them to death. I think it was something like that. It was crazy.
Jesus.
Yeah, no, I don't like him either, and unfortunately, it looks like he's gonna become the candidate. He's the guy. He's their guy.
For the United States president? Absolutely not, bro. I don't think Gavin Newsom has enough supporters for that.
Yeah, I might vote for Hitler over Gavin Newscomb. I'm not even gonna lie, like straight up.
Bro, I always see his fucking stamp of approval and shit whenever I'm at the DMV office and shit, and like the California stamp of approval and shit, and like his signature, bro, and I just makes me want to punch the fucking paper.
Yeah, there's nothing you can do. All right, he's glorious leader. He's the glorious leader. He loves to stomp on homeless people's things. We love that. That's my favorite part about him.
Yeah. You smoke weed?
I do not anymore. I am I quit. I quit doing that stuff.
I do it for my epilepsy.
Okay. Yeah, I don't judge, obviously. Like I did used to do it a lot, and
I mean, if anybody should be doing it, I feel like it's okay for me to do it.
yeah, of course. It has a lot of medicinal properties that people are kind of just starting to come around to.
I haven't had a seizure in 8 months because of weed.
Nice. I'm happy to hear that, man. That's really good. Hey, whatever it takes, dude. If fucking crack cocaine got you to stop doing seizures, I'd say do crack. Okay, that's what I'd say.
For about like a year and a half after I got out of the army, yeah, I was addicted to drugs for a while, bro. Because like whenever I got discharged, I got discharged for epilepsy from the deployment because I did years over in Germany, Japan, and I was deployed. Bro, my memory's so bad. What the fuck was I talking about?
Oh, you were talking about when you came home, you were addicted to drugs?
Yeah, I was addicted to drugs. Yeah, it was bad. I had to go to rehab and shit. Because I just came off deployment, bro, and we were doing drugs in the fucking in the middle of the fucking plains, bro.
Hmm.
Yeah, fucking ditch doing drugs. So like,
So
did
like,
that,
so
and
like
then
while you
I
were,
realized after I got back home, I realized I was physically addicted after I started getting physically sick. So I was like, yeah, I can get more of that.
yeah, I mean, heroin addiction can literally kill you if you stop taking it.
No, I
Same as
wasn't
alcohol.
doing like I wasn't doing the
Yeah, no,
heroin. Like I
I'm
was just
sorry, I didn't
doing
mean to
I was
imply that.
doing I was doing the meth.
Hmm.
I was doing the meth and the weed. But like the only reason I was doing the meth was because like, dude, you don't know what it's like out there, bro. Like, it's fucking
Scary and
terrible, bro.
violent.
Like you have to like, bro, especially whenever like if you if you fail and get caught, bro, not only that you're probably gonna be publicly executed or killed or fucking tortured or whatever, but there's also gonna be diplomatic consequences because we weren't supposed to be there.
Yeah, yeah, which is why you can't say where you were. Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I
Um,
can't say where I was. Like
hmm,
I can say that, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm giving as much as I can, but like that's about all I can give.
hmm, hmm. So I want to like, words can't really describe what I am I'm trying to imagine what it's like being there. Like I understand that I grew up in the sticks in America, which um, isn't like high class society, sure, but like I was sheltered from the violence outside of the country, okay, as we all were growing up, or most of us anyway. But when I hear stories from veterans, it it is always like a wake up call, and I think that's the point. That's why you guys talk about it. Um,
Yeah,
you know,
but yeah, like I spent most of my time in on bases. Like I visited Germany, Japan. It was great, bro. Like I was making good money. Like I had a girlfriend and shit, but then they deployed me, bro, and like it was like 10 months, bro. Like a month of them was all chill and shit, and like it was just me going on like patrol watches and doing stuff like that and like training. But then they started sending me on like reconnaissance and like I mean convoy, I meant like reconnaissance missions out in the woods,
mm,
like in places that like we weren't necessarily supposed to be, and those would last for like 1-2 months at a time, and like yeah, eventually, like I don't know, my system broke down and I had an epileptic seizure and apparently got epilepsy somehow from combat stress. It wasn't
yeah,
really it wasn't really combat. There was like maybe like my entire time then 10 months there, I maybe killed one person.
mm,
Like I maybe like my entire 10 months there, which is not a lot for a deployment for 10 months. Um, like yeah, but like there wasn't a lot going on. But like it triggered it because the places I was, if I got caught, bro, I would have been fucking made an example out of from like some kind of fucking terrorist regime. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, yeah. So did you? A question I want to ask you is: did you ever feel like you were being sent on like a suicide mission? Like you were
Yeah.
like you were
Um,
meant to die?
about 6 months. Yeah, 6 months in. This is actually where I had to kill a person. We were in a very high risk situation. I can't really specify like the details of the mission,
Of course.
but like we were in a situation where like I honestly didn't think we were gonna make it out of there. Like it was bad enough to the point where like I really didn't want to kill people because like that's just not who I am. Even though I joined the army, like I just like just never really want to kill people. I honestly did it because the benefits were really good, like that most people do it for. But yeah, to get out of there, bro, somebody fucking caught me. I got in a fist fight with a fucking terrorist, bro. And I had to fucking knife him, bro.
I'm sorry that you
I
went
kind of
through
call
that,
like
man.
all the U.S. enemies kind of like fucking terrorists because it feels like they all are terrorists at this point.
I'm sorry. Can you say that again?
I call all of the U.S. all the U.S.'s enemies terrorists, because at this point they pretty much are terrorists.
Yeah, so I don't really agree with that. I personally view like a, so like what do you think about the current Iranian shit that's going down?
I think we need to. I think we need to bomb them. Honestly, I think this has been. A lot of people don't agree with me on this, but this conflict has been going on for over 40 years. Okay, we've tried diplomacy. We've tried everything. We've had many like I don't even know, like maybe like 8 or 9 like like 7 or 8 presidencies. Yeah, we weren't able to fix it with 7 or 8 presidents. So like it's just like at this point it's just like if we get rid of their government, like we can give the country back to the people, you know, because like it's not good what's going on there.
Yeah, well, from my perspective, I think about it like, you know, if we're gonna go to war with a nation, they need to be an existential threat to our country, maybe one of our allies, perhaps, or multiple allies.
They can be a future threat just because the thing is, okay, at this point, like
a future threat.
We had to go to war because like they started fucking Target. You'll understand the reason the war started is because we accidentally killed their leader, and they the retaliatory strikes, bro, were against our allies, and that is the declaration of war.
Okay, but we killed their leader.
They shot missiles at Qatar, and like a bunch of other nations. They were shooting missiles at like everybody around us.
Yeah, Qatar, Kuwait.
They were trying to bring fucking neutral people into it, bro. It's gonna be their downfall because they shouldn't like they're already dealing with the U.S. They shouldn't like bring in more nations into it.
Yeah, so I actually think that this war is it's actually our empire's downfall, and my reason for thinking this is it's not a war that we can win. This isn't like Iraq. This isn't like any of the other desert wars. The odds are stacked against us even more than like Vietnam, okay, which was a very different kind of warfare. Okay, I understand that, but basically my point is it's going to be really hard to win. It's going to take a long time. It's going to cost a lot of American lives. And this is because of the topography.
It's also going to make a lot of money for the rich.
I'm sorry?
It's going to make a lot of money for the rich.
Yeah, I mean, as per usual. And that's the whole point, is that it makes money for rich people. It's never about liberating the people. It's always about the money. It's about expanding Israel. That is what all of these desert wars have been about.
Israel, but the money, I think, definitely the part of it. I mean, listen. Again, I'm a conservative, but I'm like not far right, and I do think it's wrong that that one person, I forget his name, but he changed his title to Secretary of War.
Yeah, Pete Hegseth.
I do think that's sending the wrong message and shit, and I do think he is war crazed, and I do think some Republicans are fucking crazy. Like I think some Republicans, I think some liberals are crazy, but like I am a conservative because my values align more with the conservative.
Yeah, and like, you know, when I said that there are people on the far right that I can't talk to, that I can't like have a sane conversation with, or like a productive conversation, I'm talking about MAGA. Okay, because MAGA is a cult.
I'm a little MAGA myself, just because like it's just like I think he did do good for our country in 2016, but like I'm not so MAGA that like I agree with all policies, because people forget politics is a spectrum, bro. You don't have to agree with everything that your candidate choice implies. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, glorious leader. And Trump, you know,
yeah, like I don't have to do that, bro. Like I agree with some things, I disagree with other things.
So like
I love his I love his stance on immigration. Like I love that, but like I do not like some of the moves he's making. I do not like some of the moves he's making to try to cover up some things.
His immigration has been really like dog water, I feel like, because the people that want to see more deportations, they aren't happy because he's not doing enough deportations. And then, of course, the people
No, I'm
on my
happy.
side
Listen,
are...
listen.
Okay.
Those people are wanting too much. Listen.
But
It's a
Obama
process.
deported more.
Well, look at the numbers. I mean, they obviously haven't. Those people who say that obviously haven't looked at the chart and realized that our illegal immigration's at an all-time low since the 1970s.
Okay, yeah, this secured the border. Yeah, you're right.
He did do a good job with that. Listen, I don't agree with all his policies. Okay, I think some things he does is to hide some bad decisions he made back in the day.
Yeah, the Epstein Island and all that. I think that
Honestly, I wish it just never came out. Like the FC list just never became a big thing or anything, because then we wouldn't be in all this shit. Like we could have just focused on things that mattered. Like that was in the past. I understand it was terrible, but at least our country, at least we wouldn't have somebody in power trying to the most powerful person in the country trying to cover up their past.
Yeah, but what I'd like to do is I want to go back to something you said earlier about 2016 Trump, because you said that he like did some good things for the country, for America, for the people even, and I don't really see that. I don't see the benefit of like 2016 Trump. I certainly think that it wasn't as destructive.
Let me get to that point, okay? So, I personally, I am not able, like, I struggle to be able to find working with my military experiences is bullshit, I know, but I'm living off my, my money I get from the military.
I mean, it's hard to find work for everybody, and,
back before Biden's administration, like, in, like, that period, like, right before I joined the military, like, when I got my first job, I was able to get it so easily under Trump's administration. I'm not even lying to you. Like, I was able to get a job so easily. I can't find jobs anymore. The market fucking went fuck.
So, do you think that that's because of Biden, or do you think it's because of?
No, I don't think it's because of Biden.
Okay.
And I think it's. Listen, you can't believe everything on the president of the country because there's a lot of people behind the country. And I think that Biden was a puppet, and I think that Kamala Harris is partially blame. I think that like a lot of the Democrat Party had evil intentions and didn't know what they were doing and fucked our economy. Is the way I think it was. Because here's the thing: have you noticed Biden was a puppet? That's why our country fucking went haywire. No other country was a puppet. Like Obama still was coherent. Everybody's coherent. I was the first person that was able to be controlled in power. That's why everything went fucked, because he was able to be controlled.
Well, I mean, I think that Biden was the most obviously controlled, and maybe that's why they thought it wasn't as big of a deal, but I think that, like, all of our presidents since JFK have been completely controlled, puppeteered by Israel. I think that it is a country that... Yeah, it's exerted a profound amount of influence.
I'm seeing problems with what's called Jews in America. Okay.
No.
Here's my issue. Okay.
No.
My only issue. Listen, my only issue with that is some of these people, like, not all of them, but some of them are very hardworking and stuff. But some of them, they will have 10 children, like have a wife, have 10 children, have a house, and they'll do it all off the government while they study.
Yeah. So you're talking about the Tyler Oliveira, right? That video. Yeah. So I actually commentated over that video, and you can go back and watch it. I mean, if you feel like it, but I followed it up with another video about. Because he did the Jewish community in New York and in Brooklyn and the Hasidic community.
There was one in New Jersey, I believe.
Yeah, and then he did one in New Jersey, and I was a lot more equipped to talk about it when he did the New Jersey videos. So if you want to like hear my takes on that, watch that video. But basically, here's the thing, man. The Hasidic community in New York, they are certainly open to criticism. They are one community in America. They don't represent all Jews, and I'm not saying that you said that, but they are very different from
Yeah, of course,
other Jewish
Those
communities.
Jews are very hardworking. I just don't like when Jews take advantage of the government.
Yeah, but like
Because
Jews
that actually
aren't
does
taking
happen in
advantage of the
third parts of
government
United
by
States.
and large. So like saying stuff like that is not good, and I don't think that furthermore, the Hasidic community in New York doesn't really have anything to do with Israel. Like they don't they aren't benefiting because of Israel, and they aren't, and my point is they are not indicative of Zionist influence over our country, because
And Judaism, I understand Judaism in what is it called, and being
Zionism.
Jewish, being involved in like the country, like as a like Israel, like is completely different than being like Jewish.
yeah.
I do understand that, and whenever like I meant Jews, like I meant Jews that like were like taking advantage of the government. Don't get me wrong, a bunch of like different populations do it, bro.
Yeah,
like,
I'm very.
the Somalis with the daycare.
Yeah, no, I don't agree with that.
Like, there's a lot of
I don't
people
agree
that
with
even,
the
like,
Somali
even
community
people,
thing.
like that are U.S. citizens, they commit fraud, like the fraud in California, like the voting fraud.
I actually haven't looked into that one, so I'm not super prepared to talk about that. I reacted to a little bit of it, but I kind of wrote it off because the video about Somalis was so bullshit. I did not agree with. I resent that quite a bit. The Nick Shirley video where he went to the Somali
No, I don't
community.
think the Nick Shirley video is bullshit. I liked it.
Okay. I mean, I hear that a lot, and like I don't want to like be a smarmy liberal about it, but the evidence that he presented was either bullshit or it was already known. It was already part of the active investigation, and more stuff has been uncovered about the fraud that was happening in that community since that video released, and I've actually followed up on it, and I'm aware of it. But like by and large, I don't like the video because it was a smear of a lot of innocent people. It wasn't providing any new evidence. It gave people the wrong idea about what Somalis are like. The Somali community in Minneapolis are great. They're great people, man.
I personally really like Nick Shirley just because like he opens up like independent journalism into the mainstream. Like he's the first independent journalist to get access to the White House.
Is he the first, really?
Yeah,
Huh.
he's the first to ever get access to the White House as an independent journalist. Most of it's like taken up by like Fox News and stuff like that, and like ABC and CNN.
Oh yeah, but hold on, I want to backtrack a little bit because I wanted to tell you something about the Hasidic community in New York. They are profoundly uneducated. Like they don't have good educational outcomes because they are Hasidic Jews. And I don't know if you're aware of this. I think they talk about it in the video. But Hasidic Jews are they basically like they don't want the men to get not traditional, but like regular education. Like they don't want them to study math and science and stupid bullshit like that. They want them to study the Torah.
Yeah, they actually chased Nick Shirley and Tyler Oliveira out of the neighborhood. Like they were like following him and shit.
I didn't get that vibe from the video that I saw. Tyler Oliveira did Nick Shirley do a video about them?
They were trying to chase him out.
Okay. Yeah, well, they were very aggressive with him. I noticed that. Like they were a lot of them were stopping and trying to argue with him. But like to be fair, the original video he made was kind of like slanderous to their community, and it left out a lot of important context about Hasidic Jews, why their community has such dog shit educational outcomes, and also it's important to note that the main issue that people have with the Hasidic community in New York is that they abuse the system. They abuse the public school system. They siphon funds from public schools.
That's my main issue, bro.
That's the fucked up part. Okay, the part about like them using welfare, like I don't care about that. Okay, because every American has access to this welfare, and if you actually talk to them, what they usually do is these guys will like live off of the government or whatever. They'll get money from the government, and they'll have their wife working, providing supplemental income while they study the Torah. And then when they're done with their Torah education, they usually go on to work blue-collar jobs, or sometimes if they have more money in the family, they'll start businesses, you know, shit like that. They'll become entrepreneurs. But for the most part, that's what they do. They end up working construction and stuff like that, with the goal in mind to, like, start a business down the line, usually. But anyway, the fucked up part is that they steal money from public schools and they give it to their private schools. Okay, the reason that I think it's bullshit, that, like, Tyler's video is bullshit, is because he leaves out the part that this happens all over the country. It's just that it's usually Christians doing it, or Mormons doing it, or like these other private.
Yeah, we'll leave it out. Like, you understand that these people are human too, so let's say forget to leave stuff out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, you can say like he might not have been aware, but like that was a big part of that video. That was a main driver of the criticism of this community, understandably. But yeah, when he talks about,
like,
Tyler didn't frame it like
has gone back and corrected himself.
Okay,
he has gone back and corrected himself.
I haven't seen that. I might go and take a look at that. But I'm just saying, like, he. Sorry, you can go ahead. I talked a lot.
I was saying like that, like the what's it called? Like he was responding, like I forget which video it was, but like he was responding to like hate videos, like, you know what I'm saying, like how he gets a lot of hate. So he's responding to some of the hate videos, and like he actually like took the hate videos and like went through each claim and like debunked them, or like he actually admitted a few, like yeah, like we should have like did this and this, you know what I'm saying?
Okay, I like that.
Like,
that's something that I've done before. That's something I can very much appreciate as a content creator. You know, a lot of them won't do that. But yeah, I mean,
they'll like hide behind, bro.
I'll look at that. I didn't know that.
Like he does that all the time. Like Oliveira does very good with the debunking his claims. Like full claims that he killed somebody. Like there was claims that he burned somebody's house down with them in it a while ago.
Wow.
Remember that?
Wow. No, actually, I did not know. They said he firebombed someone's house.
Bro, like it was two YouTubers who were trying to, like, for clout. You know what I'm saying? Like, Tyler Oliveira fucking burned. No, it was actually a news article. No, it was a news article, and like, you know, he debunked it, bro. He made a whole video about it.
I remember when like friendly.
He made a second video where he went back and visited him.
That's crazy.
And said like debunked.
Yeah, that reminds me of this other YouTuber that his house got firebombed by the government. It was crazy. It was Friendly Jordies.
What did he do? What did he do? Say fuck the FBI?
No, it actually. So it wasn't our government. It was his government, and it was in Australia. And I believe
what did he do to the Australian government?
It's been a while since I looked at it, but basically he said that like the prime minister or whatever the fuck their guy is called, he like committed some crimes and shit, and he was like, you know, calling attention to it. Yeah, and then mysteriously his house got firebombed. It's pretty wild, dude. But anyway, going back to the Hasidic community, my point is like this is a pervasive problem all over America, not just their community. Like these private institutions, they weasel their way into our like communities, and they siphon public funds through like nefarious legislation, and I don't like that. I want that to stop everywhere. Okay, but when we hyperfixate on the Jews in New York doing it, and we leave out the part that this is like a widespread, I have a problem with the framing of that. So like that. So this is all about. It's not like Tyler straight up lied in his videos, right? I don't think he did, to my knowledge. My issue was purely with the framing. Okay, he was looking at a common problem.
I just want to clear up. I know you're screaming. I am not anti-Semitic or anything. Like by Jews, I meant the Jews that like were taking advantage of the government.
Yeah, and also we were talking about Zionism earlier, and you know, obviously that's a Jewish supremacist ideology. Yeah, I'm not anti-Semitic either, but simply like calling out these things is enough to get labeled an anti-Semite. I'm very much aware of it. People have already called me one, and like I'm not a big, content creator or anything. And it's especially crazy
Here's an
now.
interesting content idea. One of these days, we should react to a video together. Like, cause you're a leftist and I'm a rightist. We can, like, I don't know, like that could be like something interesting to do.
Yeah, I'm down with doing that. Sure. I think that right-wing people. I think that there's a time and a place for right-wing ideology. Okay, for example, nationalism is a right-wing ideology, and I support nationalism when it's used to combat our country. Okay, unironically, and not just our country, but Western powers in general. And this is because of a thing called settler colonialism.
I'm very, like, I'm nationalist to an extent, like, of course I'm a country and I'm proud of it and everything.
I'm not.
Like, yeah, like,
I love my country.
To an extent.
Yeah. I love my country, I love America. But, I'm not a nationalist.
I'm willing to, listen, okay, so it's more like this. When I was younger, yeah, I was willing to die for my country. Right now, as a person, no, I'm not willing to die for my country.
Yeah, because you're not dying for.
I'll fly the flag and everything. I'm proud of it and everything, and I love our national anthem and all that. But like,
dying for the country is more like dying for Israel. I think that's just my opinion, though.
I think dying for your country is fucking stupid. I think you have more to live for. But
would you die fighting Nazis?
Okay. The only time I think dying for your country, I think I would be okay as a younger version of myself today, would be if World War III happened, there was nukes going off, and like you're on the ground fighting, like World War II style and shit. Then I would think, then this is worth like dying for. Like,
warfare has changed so much, like with drones and shit.
Yeah,
like it's not going to be.
It could be the end of the world if we stop this shit. Like then it's gonna be like, yeah, then I'll give up my life for that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like, I like to think that, if I had lived back during World War II, I would have joined, and, I mean, I can't know what I would have done, but, like, fighting the Nazis, that shit was awesome.
Honestly, bro, World War II was a scary war, bro. Like, honestly, if, like, knowing my younger self, bro, with everything I know, I would have probably fucking headed to Canada, honestly. Or Mexico, bro. I would have, yeah.
I can't blame you there.
Especially if I was like in the 1940s, I am where I am now in California, yeah, I would have been gone toward Mexico. Especially in the 40s when the border was looser.
Yeah, I mean, back then, like, borders were really more like a guideline, it was like a...
Yeah, suggestions.
Yeah, well, anyway, I think that, that when it comes to like fighting the Nazis, I would have done it because the Nazis were taking over Europe. They were conquering Europe. We knew about the concentration camps by the time America got involved. I mean, they were kind of rumors.
I mean, it wasn't really our war though. Like, I kind of agree. Like, I'm very much in like it's not our war. This isn't our war.
Yeah, it's Israel's war. Yeah, of course. Iran is.
World War II wasn't our war, though. World War I wasn't either, bro. We didn't really, like... I feel like they could have dealt with it themselves.
So I think that you're looking at it kind of the wrong way, and hear me out. Hear me out. The Nazis weren't just fighting other Western countries. They weren't just taking over these other European countries that were our allies, okay? But still... okay, that has nothing to do with us. The Nazis were warring against liberalism. Okay, they hated liberalism. They thought that fascism was the way. And so it was more like an ideological war. Okay, I mean, there's
people around the world with ideologies different than us. We got all these terrorist groups with different ideologies.
And times have changed. Okay, but by and large, the world is liberal. Okay, we live in a liberal world order. And every country is upholding
together, If everybody was fucking communist and shit, we would have wars all the time.
I disagree.
You fucking
I disagree.
bloodbath.
I am I think that, first of all, when it comes to Iran, I completely disagree with you about how we've like tried to make peace with them. I think they've tried to make peace with us, and I think we've refused it. Okay, because Iran is the most peaceful nation on the planet. And you might find that funny.
I mean, tell that to their missiles. They're deliberately trying to strike.
That was
the nearest
okay.
neighbors that have nothing to do with it.
But that's retaliatory, right? Israel struck them
they're trying to
first.
retaliate. They're trying to retaliate on countries that have nothing to do with the war at hand. Those countries were neutral. Those countries had nothing to do with it.
Are they neutral though? Is the United Arab Emirates, is Saudi Arabia neutral?
Saudi Arabia. I never said Saudi Arabia.
Okay, but like you are talking about the
like
Gulf
Qatar,
states, though.
Bro. Like not even Israel. Okay, Israel understand why Qatar, bro?
You think Qatar's innocent in all this?
About Qatar?
I don't think they're as neutral as you're making them out to be. I disagree with that. They are a historic ally of the U.S. I believe that didn't they bomb Yemen? Am I crazy? I think they. I'll look it up real quick.
There it is.
Hold on. Okay, my bad. I was wrong. Okay, the Saudi-led coalition bombed Yemen from 2015 to 2017, not Qatar. Okay.
Yeah, Qatar's pretty peaceful, bro. Like, I don't hear anything about Qatar ever.
Yeah, I mean, I can't say exactly why they bombed Qatar. I'm not saying... Look, I'm not saying that Iran is perfect. I am saying that they did not bomb Qatar until after Israel bombed them. And again, I'm not saying that that's right. But what I said still stands. Iran, historically, has been the most peaceful nation on the planet up until this year. Okay, we're in like almost the 4th month of the year. Iran has been incredibly peaceful, incredibly patient, and I think they have every right to have a nuclear bomb because of that. And the fact that our country is like obsessed with stopping them from doing that, even though that's not the real reason, I think it's totally bullshit. It's felonious. You know, I want Iran to have a nuke. Unironically, as much as that may terrify our government, I don't think that's any threat to the American people. Not at all. I think it's a threat to Israel. Okay, I think that they're scared of them having that kind of leverage. But I'm confident that Iran would never use a nuke.
Listen, Israel, like, what's it called? They are doing it because of Israel. But Israel's kind of like our ally and a very strong ally here, and like.
But they're not our ally.
Our allies.
They are our enemy.
Israel's our ally.
Actually. Yeah, I know that they are like technically like on paper, they're our ally. I'm saying that they're not. They are backstabbers. They are. I mean, look, man, they're a fascist, ethno-supremacist, Jewish supremacist specifically. Nation state. They're obsessed with ethnic purity. That's why you can't get a DNA test there, because if you could, then everybody would be revealed that they're all from Brooklyn. Okay, and that wouldn't be good for them. So like, Israel is, they have spies all over our country trying to steal our state secrets. Members of the CIA have admitted to knowing this, and they've also admitted that there's nothing they can do about it, because the powers that be don't want them to. And I think that the idea that anybody that says that Israel is our ally, even if you're just saying it like, oh yeah, well, like, you know, from the perspective of the government, they are, I find that laughable. Okay, they want to destroy us, or at the very least, they don't care if we are destroyed in their ever ongoing expansionist quest in the Middle East.
Listen, with all this shit, only time will tell.
Yeah, I mean, well, I can tell you what'll happen. with Israel anyway. I mean, I can't see the future, but Israel is going to try to expand its borders. They've already gone into southern Lebanon this year. They're trying to do that. They're gonna try to take.
I go brain dead every once in a while. Yo, dude, start to go brain dead every once in a while and like stutter and like fucking like forget what I'm saying. It's because I'm smoking right now.
Oh yeah, that's okay. That's okay. Yeah, I know, dude. So, I couldn't do it.
And shit, like this, like I'm trying to hang on to this conversation because it's a very good conversation. It's very intellectual and shit. Yeah.
Yeah, so, you're all good.
Yeah, we're good.
I can't. I cannot relate, bro. I could never like hold a political conversation when I was stoned out of my mind. Like I could not do that, or even just lightly stoned.
I'm not holding on to the conversation. Yeah, I'm holding on to the conversation though. Okay, I'm not that stoned. I just took one hit of my card. Okay, I do cards because I can take like one hit and like, you know what I'm saying? I can gauge that shit.
And plus it's more discreet. Okay, I'm sure you heard about the like the war on weed that they're doing.
Yeah, I'm in my bed right now doing that.
Do you think there'll be a draft?
I mean, possibly. I mean, what's your opinion on that? I'm actually more interested in your opinion on that.
Oh, well, it's hard to say because there's gonna be, like, I mean, there's already been resistance against the previous drafts, the Vietnam draft. People really didn't like that. There were even people that protested the draft in World War II. And I think we had a draft in World War I, right? People strongly opposed World War I in the United States. But
that was World War II people opposed. No, actually World War II people were for the war.
Yeah, I mean, by and large, but I'm saying there were still protests. There were people that were advocating against it.
People hated the war, bro.
Yeah, I mean, there are always going to be people like that.
Bro, we had no business in Vietnam, bro. Why the fuck were we in Vietnam?
Yeah, I'm not... I agree.
I don't even do that. Like, why the fuck did we go to Vietnam? Like,
yeah,
I don't even know why the fuck we went to Vietnam.
I'm not an absolutist when it comes to war. A lot of conservatives will paint us woke-tards like that. Yeah. But, like, I think there is a time and a place for war. Yeah. Like the Nazis.
Yeah. As being in the military, I've, like I tell you this, like, through all my training and everything, they've never taught us about Vietnam and shit, like, what started. Like, it's because we lost the war. Like, literally, the military doesn't really talk about it.
Yeah, I mean, they don't want to admit their losses. They don't want to look weak, of course. But yeah, we lost the fuck out of that war.
Makes sense. I mean, like, it's kind of pointless, bro. Like, what's it called? I was a... Sorry, bro, I wasn't going to that for a second. I was a mechanic in the military, and then whenever, like, I got deployed, they put me as, like, infiltree, slash, like, just, like, whatever, basically whatever the fuck they need me to do. Yeah, I mean, as a mechanic in the military fixing fucking Humvees and shit, like, I don't really need to know about the Vietnam War to do my job, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's not relevant, yeah. Yeah, I mean, like, soldiers don't really need to know anything to be for real. They need to know how to shoot and kill, and that's really all they care about, I think. You're as useful.
And then you go to specialty training, like, if you're infantry, I'm pretty sure, like, they don't really handle infantry anymore. Like, you have to, like, after, like, they need you, they'll deploy you. But, like, in wartime, infantry, like, if you're, like, infantry, like, that's no special training, bro. They give you a gun, they send you the front lines, bro.
Have fun!
But, like, if you get, like, something else, like, journalism, or, like, fucking, mechanics, you go to, like, special, you go, like, special, you go, like, you go to special school after, like, specialized training school after basic training. Which is another about, like, 24 months, about, like, 2 years. I think, like, your specialty, it could be a year up to 2 years, like, something like that.
Huh. Well, anyway, when it comes to the draft, here's what I think, man. I think that if we are going to pursue the actual end goal of this conflict, quote unquote, with Iran, this war, Actually, I don't even think they're calling it a conflict at this point. They're not even like trying to hide it.
It's a war, bro.
Yeah,
It's a
yeah. I mean,
fucking war.
it's a war. We all know. Anyway, if we're gonna actually not pull out, so like the good ending here would be Trump declares victory, and then we pull out. Okay, we like it's bullshit. Of course, it's not a victory. But like we won. We got everything we wanted. We got a great deal. Okay, and then everybody leaves. Okay, but if they keep pursuing the real end goal, which is to render Iran to rubble, to nothing, then we're gonna have to put boots on the ground, and even to just open the Strait of Hormuz, which is kind of their stated end goal. Okay, we want to open the Strait of Hormuz, and that's it. Okay, we want to get a good deal and open the strait, and then we'll leave. Okay, so like even if you just want to do that, you're gonna need boots on the ground, and the reason why is because the Strait of Hormuz, in order to control it, there is over 300 miles of coastline that we're gonna need to monitor. And slammed.
Another thing is, like, how are we not to have boots on the ground and like try to like fucking reduce it to rubble? It means we have to like fucking invade, bro.
Yeah, well, like,
we actually have to invade.
Well, they don't want to, like, the stated reason, keep in mind, is not to turn Iran into nothing. The stated reason is regime change. Okay, but
the thing... need people on the inside. They got people on the inside.
Well, anyway, Israel, what they want is to destroy Iran. And so that's why I say the actual goal is to destroy Iran and nothing else. But, also, of course you'll need boots on the ground for that. But when we're talking to people that trust the government, okay, people not like you and me, that, like, somehow still are like, oh, they just were doing what's best, the neocons and whatnot. They think, they don't believe that this is Israel's war. They think that, like, it's in our interest and like, oh yeah, we're just doing regime change. But... doing regime change, you could, in theory, you could argue that we could just bomb them into doing a regime change. I disagree with that, but, you could argue that, and lots of normies might believe it. But you just can't argue that when it comes to the strait. Okay, you cannot reopen the strait without boots on the ground.
You can't bomb, because no matter how many people you kill, bro, they'll always have a new leader.
Yeah, and the Iranian people, they don't want regime change. That's why the regime hasn't changed, despite all the bombing. It's like Trump said, like, now's your chance. Okay, they did have their chance, and they were like, fuck that. Because a lot of Iranians, they don't like the regime. Okay, that's true. But they dislike our country a lot more. They prefer the regime over American domination every day of the week. And that's the way they see it. When they see the bombs falling from the sky...
They're all brainwashed. Like, American domination's not that bad. Like, literally, it's not even that bad, bro. Even if they became a territory in the unlikely situation...
So Iraq wasn't that bad?
But, like, whenever, like, during the regime change, yes, it was bad, but like after, it was not bad.
So like, I need to tell you something that I don't think I've ever really told a veteran, because I don't really talk to veterans about this shit. But like, you need to understand that the way I see it, it's not that you veterans are evil, right? And that's I don't think that way about you guys. You guys are Americans. I'm an American. When I was a child, I considered joining the military, okay? I think we all kind of did. Free college and the Camaro and all that. But, like, what our government has you guys do to these countries is evil. Okay, it's terrible. The system that you participated in is a terrible thing, and I cannot blame the other countries for resisting it. I can't blame Iraqis for fighting back. I can't blame Iran for fighting back. Okay, it's not... what our country does to them ain't right. It's just that the way I see it, it's that simple. Okay, and I feel for every veteran, because like I said, I thought about doing it. I can't imagine what my life would be like if I had gone through with that. You know, I'm glad I didn't. I was lucky. But like
Yeah, I mean, like, but like if you get injured in any way, psychologically, like any way, you get like gigantic ass checks. That's whenever it cashes out.
Yeah. Yeah, and so that's like that. Ain't that so fucked up? Like that's your best case scenario, right? Like that's the jackpot.
Yeah.
Is getting
injured, you get paid well.
Yeah, getting permanently disabled.
I'm gonna tell you something like that, like you may not believe. Because their military's like budget's so large in other places, we literally can't afford, in the way we are right now, we can't afford to raise it that much. That's why only injured people get 4,000.
Yeah, well, it all goes to contractors. You know, that's why what you're talking about is true.
Yeah.
But it's not because, like, oh, they can't give us more money. It's because it all goes to the rich guys.
They can't allocate it. They need to reallocate it, bro.
It goes to Raytheon, it goes to Lockheed Martin, it goes to all those guys. You guys don't get fucking shit. You get a lobster meal once before they fucking deploy you to go get blown up in the middle of the desert.
Yeah, I remember when that happened, bro. I was fucking scared. You want me to tell you something?
I know. I'm sure that's terrifing. Getting the lobster meal.
I peed my pants that day.
Oh, man. I'm sorry. I shouldn't laugh at that.
What do you want? You want some steak and lobster? What do you want? I know you like Mountain Dew. You want some Mountain Dew? And I was like, I peed my pants right there, bro.
I'm sorry, man. I can't imagine what that's like. That's
bro. I just got caught drinking, bro, ain't no way. I just got caught drinking and driving on base last night, bro, and you're offering me steak and lobster? Like, bro, I'm fucked.
Yeah, only the generals get away with that shit, man. Yeah, you can't be drinking and driving. Yeah, but it's I hate that. Like that's why
it was a booze cruise.
Yeah, you guys yeah, God's drunkest driver. Like you guys are just the foot soldiers, okay? You guys aren't the like bad guys, like, and that's why I fight so hard with liberals that fucking call you guys baby killers, okay? Like you can say that about the IDF, okay? Straight up, like I'm actually fine with that, okay? Because the IDF is a lot different. So, like, I call the IDF baby killers.
It's like liberals walk up to a random military guy working over in San Diego at a naval base and call him baby killer.
Yeah, fuck you!
Like, dude, I was literally enlisted 4 years ago, and I haven't left the base.
How many babies did you kill?
How am I baby killer? I've been doing paperwork. All I do in there is paperwork.
Dude, I love killing babies.
I went to basic training, ma'am. Why? How am I baby killer?
Yeah, I mean, I always tell them don't say that about these guys, like that. You know, the real baby killers it's the Epstein class. Okay, they're eating and they're killing and butchering up, hacking up little baby bodies and eating them probably. I mean, to be fair, there's like no credible evidence of that, but I like to say it anyway because it's probably fucking true.
One more time.
Oh, I was saying.
Sorry, I'm a little high.
I was saying that the veterans. You guys aren't baby killers. The Epstein class are the baby killers. They be, obviously, we know about the sex trafficking, right? The raping of children. They're probably also eating them, right? Do you believe that shit? Do you believe they're cannibals? Because I kind of do.
No.
Okay. Well, you know, there's not really any evidence of it, but, like, I don't know, man.
I mean, like, maybe, because, like, there was a video, like, where they snuck onto Epstein's island, like, you know, like, the YouTubers...
I think that was fake. That was...
Then,
I saw that.
Talking to, like, some of the neighbors who were in an island nearby, and they talked to him, and, like, the neighbors seemed really weird, and the neighbors were, like, oh, you went over there? Did you go over there for the pizza party?
Yeah, look, go watch that video again, man.
Over there for a pizza party, like,
how many times have you seen that video? How many times have you seen that?
Okay. One time.
Go watch it again, and then watch it a few more times. I'm telling you, like, I'm the type of person, when I see shit like that, I watch it over and over. That video feels really fake. Okay, like, because first of all,
You want to react to it together?
I mean, I never reacted to it on stream. I'm pretty particular about what I react to, but yeah, I'll react to it. But look, basically, I think it's fake because it doesn't make any sense. The part about the hurricane, and it feels very sensationalized as well. Because so hurricanes, the reason that they are so violent is because they hit land, okay, and the land has a bunch of stuff on it, and so when the hurricane hits it, it starts crashing into shit, and that's why hurricanes aren't that bad on islands, okay? It depends on the island, but Epstein Island is particularly small. There's not a lot of stuff on it, so the hurricane thing, that part doesn't make any sense to me, okay? And that was the whole premise of it, is like there was this Cat 5 hurricane that hit Epstein Island, and then the kids snuck onto it while the security was like away, or they were distracted. And it's just, that's not really how that works, okay? And anyway,
Yeah.
what else is there to say? Like, I think that the video was kind of ridiculous, okay? It felt like staged, and it felt like they were all actors. That's the vibe that I got from it. But, yeah, I mean, I'll react to it with you. It might be kind of boring, though. I'm not gonna lie to you. Do you play video games, man?
I do.
What kind of video games do you play?
I play Police Simulator, Flight Simulator, fucking GTA.
Okay, I just played through the storyline of GTA 5. Do you play have you played all the GTA games, or like or just the fifth one?
It's called Pizza Pie, by the way. Like, she called it Pizza Pie.
Yeah, I remember. She was like, "Oh yeah, you got the pizza pie," and then the guy was like, "What do you mean by that?" or something like that, and she was just like really cryptic.
Hold on a second. Let me send that shit over to you.
All right, man. All right, I've been playing Schedule 1. That's what I'm playing right now. And I'm gonna go
I love
gamble.
that game.
Yeah, I'm about to hit the casino right now because I didn't even realize it's almost 9 p.m. Yeah, blackjack. I'm really good at blackjack.
I'm on the West Coast.
Oh yeah, I mean it's 9 p.m. in the game. It's for me it's 8 p.m. right now.
It's 6:10 for me.
Oh wait, hey man, I'm sorry. I might have to end the call soon. I forgot. I promised my friend I'd play Baldur's Gate 3 with her.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Hey, you ever play Baldur's Gate 3?
No, I made it.
Okay, I highly recommend it. I'm not gonna lie to you, it is very woke. Okay, but like it doesn't beat you over the head with it or anything, but I think it's woke, okay? Are you kidding me? 21? I'm about to beat this bitch up.
Look at the video I sent you.
Yeah, this is the one I saw. Or actually, is this the one I saw? Wait, hold on.
I made it.
Oh yeah, no, this isn't it. Yeah, this is a different one.
Yeah. Oh my god. But they're not catching me too fast. Oh my god, he's coming. Come on.
Okay. I'm gonna react to this later, but it feels scripted because there's multiple videos like this, right? There were those kids that did it, right? The like 20-year-olds, and then there was Tyler Oliveira snuck on Epstein Island. Like something feels off about it, man. That shit don't feel right.
Like, listen, they I
mean, the island's cleaned out.
Might
like,
have been eating children on the island.
Yeah, but it's like out of commission now. They got a new island, I'm sure, somewhere.
No, I'm saying, like, I think they're eating children because that woman said pizza pie. Like, what do you think pizza pie means?
Yeah, I know, I understand the implication. I'm just saying, I still think they're all paid actors. Like, I agree that they were probably eating children, and pizza pie could be a code word for that, but, or jerky, right? There's like that's all over the Epstein files. But Anyway, to me, like, it doesn't really matter whether they're eating people or not. I mean, it does, but, like, we already know that they're pedophiles. Okay? And I feel like cannibalism... Is it worse than pedophilia? I guess, but, like, not by a lot. You know, it's definitely in the same ballpark. So that's why whenever somebody says, like, oh, you know that shit's fake, right? Like, they weren't really eating people. Like, you're falling for the psyop, bro. I'm just like, dude.
That's not something funny. What was the head of the CIA's reaction whenever he found out that Trump was on the Epstein list and like he had to go over to Trump? He's like, "What the hell were you thinking?" He's like,
"Oh yeah, he was."
Really has Bush's on it too.
Yeah, what the fuck? What was Bush in it? I don't think Bush was confirmed in it. I could be wrong about that. I know Clinton is all over the. Both of the Clintons are.
Bro, people keep on trying to say Stephen Hawking is on it. But
He
I don't
is.
believe that, bro. He's fucking disabled.
No,
He's
no,
disabled,
that's
though.
confirmed. No, he was on the island. Apparently, he had a fetish for dwarves, right? Or little people. I mean, sorry, that was very unpolitically correct of me. But apparently that was like his kink. Yeah. Hey, I'm finger wagging you, bro. That ain't right. Okay, they're little people. God damn it.
Liberal.
Hold on, I gotta shoot these cops real quick. Liberal! Okay, anyway,
Fucking liberal.
oh no. Dude, I just lost so much
Fucking
fucking weed. Yeah, don't say that. Don't say that, bro.
I didn't though.
Yeah, I don't really find that funny. No, sorry, but you know. Anyway, what were we talking about? We were talking about Epstein Island. I think that Stephen Hawking definitely on it. Bill Clinton, yeah, Bill Gates.
Bro, like here's the thing, like, how the fuck did he even find Epstein? Like, how'd that fucking conversation go? And how did all this shit work?
Okay, so I can kind of answer that. I don't think we know who introduced Epstein and Trump, but we do know that.
I was saying Hawking. I was saying no, Trump.
Oh, okay,
Hawking.
Stephen Hawking. Okay. These damn cops. Yeah, die. I don't know. I don't know who introduced them. I just know that they like knew each other. Elon Musk and his brother.
How does Stephen Hawking even have sex, bro?
Oh, you don't know? You don't know about that?
No.
People with disabilities, they can have sex. I mean, obviously,
he's disabled. Like, so disabled that he's paralyzed.
yeah. I mean, he can't he can't get it
move
up.
at all, bro. He has to have all these modifications just to type.
Well, you know, you don't really
he
need to
don't
move to
finger.
have sex. Also, I don't know if Stephen Hawking had sex. I'm just saying that he had a fetish for little people, which is true. Oh shit, I'm out of grain.
He's he's over there while he's it feels so good, baby.
Yeah. Yeah, dude, he in his robot voice, it's quite strange. Okay. Holy shit, he has so much money. Dude, I am making bank in
Please solve
Schedule
my
One right
equation, baby.
Yeah, I've actually been learning about physics and relativity. And did you know that our universe is actually a projection of a four-dimensional object?
Did you know black holes are actually a gateway to another universe?
I disagree with that. I don't.
No,
really
listen, there's actual science behind that.
Okay.
The universe and the average black hole has the same density.
Okay. Okay, why is that?
Okay, bro, there's so much similarities. What's it called? Something about I forget what it's called. Mike Tyson's talking about this. I didn't Mike Tyson, I meant, what's it called? Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. Okay, yeah, I see that.
Spinning universe, how, every universe should be spinning in the same direction, but no, but most of them spin in the same direction, but like it's supposed to be random. Most galaxies spin in the same direction, but they're like supposed to be random. Which means everything is being pulled by something.
Yeah.
In one direction, which black hole.
Okay, so here's the thing, man.
I'm stoned, but like I'm trying to explain this to you, bro.
I see what you're saying, and actually that I didn't really think about it like that. But to it from my rudimentary understanding of this shit, like I'm a dumbass. Okay, I'm not a physicist, but like that is making sense, and I encourage you to learn about general relativity and the way it works, because it's actually not that complicated. It's very unintuitive though, because of the way that we imagine the universe. So like humans by default, because of our education, the way that we teach each other this shit in school, everybody has this idea that our universe, all of space is very uniform, as in like space doesn't stretch or curve or expand, and this is something called Euclidean geometry. Okay, but our universe is actually not Euclidean. Space-time, it warps. Okay, and that's another thing too. Space and time are different versions of the same thing. Okay, and that's why we call it space-time. But anyway, space and time, it warps it, and so things aren't actually attracted to each other. As in, like, gravity isn't real in the sense that it's a force. It's an emergent property. And the thing about different universes, right? I agree that the multiverse is likely a reality. Okay, most likely. Okay, or I should say that there are probably like different realities running in parallel to our own. But they don't influence each other because between them there is no space. There is something else, or there is nothing. There's some other set of rules. So I think that isn't really evidence of black holes being, these separate universes. The reason that black holes have a similar density.
Wormholes? Well, black holes being like, what's it called? Like space-time portals, like they'll take you across the universe.
Yeah, so wormholes are. Here's the thing: wormholes are theoretically, mathematically possible, but we've never observed them. And in order to create one, it would basically take, with our current understanding, it would take an incomprehensible amount of energy. Okay, maybe not infinite energy, I can't remember, but it would take a lot of energy, like many stars worth of energy to create a wormhole, and that's just to create it, let alone keeping it open. And then the idea of traveling through it is also like would it rip your body apart? Well, the math kind of says maybe not, but it could age your body into you dying. But anyway, black holes are not wormholes. Black holes are supermassive, dense objects in space. They're, you see, the reason that gravity and time behave so weirdly around black holes is because they're extremely dense, and space-time...
You can actually... Wait, hold on a second. You can actually, go into the orbit of a black hole. If you go into an orbit of a black hole for like a couple minutes and then come out of the orbit,
thousands of years would have passed.
Years will pass.
Yeah, or thousands, millennia. It depends how close you get and how quickly you can travel, you can escape, or how. It depends how close you can get while still escaping it.
This is just a what if. So like, if a black hole opened up like near, like close to us, but like wasn't affecting any planets because like it was like far enough away, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
We might actually send somebody and try to fucking like, you know what I'm saying? Like, send them into the future.
Oh yeah. Well, from their perspective, they would go into the future. From our perspective, they would actually slow down Yeah.
Yeah, I know that, but
'Cause
like
that-
from their
yeah.
perspective, because like you perfectly preserved. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, you're correct in that. That's one of the features. Do you know why that happens? Like, do you know why time
They
slows
actually
down for
don't know.
somebody?
Can you please tell me?
Okay, yeah, it's really interesting. And again, I'm not a physicist, so you know, don't feel bad if you don't understand this, because I barely understand it. I'm not a physicist. Physicists are much better at explaining it, and even then, it's a difficult thing to comprehend for us measly humans. Okay, but so one thing you have to understand is that space and time are different, but they are like kind of the same thing. Okay, and we'll get to how they're different, but you can basically imagine them as inseparable. Okay, the same way you move through space, you move through time. And the thing about space-time is it curves around objects, okay? Every object, including your body and including the Earth. But on the scale of planets, the curvature is very slight. Okay, very, very slight. But,
Wait. Okay, so the space curve around the air.
yeah, the particles in the air, yeah, very, very slightly. Very slightly. But yeah, space curves around everything.
Like, you could see like the bending.
Well, you can't.
Well, I wonder what the fuck that would look like.
You can't, because the space itself is bent. So like you're not really seeing like something being bent. It's more like the path that you travel through is bent. And this is why when you look at a black hole, what you see is the light curving around it. Okay, light, it always travels in a straight path. Always. It never actually curves. But the space that it is traveling through curves. And that's why when you look at a black hole, you see light curving around it. That's what you see. It's almost like black holes are invisible, because light can't escape it. It can't bounce off of it. It can only be curved by it. Okay. Anyway, so this is what makes gravity an emergent property. Okay, you see, gravity isn't a force acting on objects. Objects are moving in a straight line, but the curvature of space causes them to either approach each other or orbit around each other. So, like, the Earth isn't being pulled by the sun. It's traveling in a straight line, but the curvature of space, or space-time curves around the sun, causing the Earth to travel in an orbit. Okay, now this part of relativity is pretty easy to understand. It's pretty basic. But where it gets really, like, fucked up is that when we go back to the time thing. Okay, remember how I said time and space are like the same thing? There are some differences, but... Yeah, well, everything that I just said about space also applies to time. Time is also curved by massive objects. And that's why when you get near a supermassive object, like a black hole or like a proton star, a neutron star, time for you slows down relative to the rest of the universe.
I think it goes off mass, because black holes can be small and time will still slow down. I think it's because like it's super, like the mass and it's like gigantic, but like the actual object, like
yeah,
the visible object is small, but the actual mass is like
yeah. You're talking about volume.
The mass is the universe in a tiny ball. Like, listen to this. It's this ball, like planet sized. Okay, still pretty big, but like not gigantic at the universe scale. And you shove the universe's mass into it.
If you shove the
That's
universe,
why.
yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Because time thinks it's it's going around the entire universe.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, but time isn't. But my point is like time isn't consistent in all spaces of the universe. Like the end result is always the same, but the relative time for objects is not always the same. Like, that's why time can move slower for you and move faster for someone else, which is what makes time travel into the future possible. But time travel into the past
what about
is
past
not
time
possible.
travel? How would past time travel be possible?
It's not. Not with our current understanding of relativity. Maybe so actually, there is a theory that using wormholes, the math kind of checks out with wormholes. If you created a wormhole in local space and then traveled through it in the future, then you could go back in time, maybe. Okay, I can't remember who came up with that idea. There's a physicist that like did the math on that, and here, hold on.
I don't understand how the fuck they're doing math on shit like this.
Oh, it's crazy, but like it takes a lot of time to study it, but it does make sense. Like even dumbasses like us can understand it, because it's all just math. That's why it takes a long time to memorize and then apply that memory to like comprehend these complicated things, these ideas, but the math checks out, and that's how we know. But hold on. And the thing is, it's not just like theoretical math. These things have been measured. Okay, so for instance, like the idea that time moves differently for objects, like that first we did the math, and Einstein did the math, and he was like, I think time is relative. Okay, and some people called him crazy at first, but a lot of people came around, and then we tested it, and it was like, oh, wait, yeah, clocks in the stratosphere, they move slower than clocks on Earth. That's great, like velocity, and it's not just that. The thing is, man, it's not just gravity that affects, like it's not just mass that affects the relative time. It's also velocity.
Oh, so if you're in their orbit, time's actually moving slower for you.
Yeah, if you're moving fast enough to not fall back into Earth, but it's very minuscule. Okay, because we're talking about like.
Yeah, because Earth's mass isn't very big.
Yeah,
like, isn't gigantic.
And the speed that you move at isn't.
Mass is like the universe.
You're kind of
the universe.
You're on the right track, but it's actually the velocity that you're moving at that's minuscule. Okay, so like the reason you're not moving that fast is because the Earth doesn't need you to move that fast to stay in orbit. Okay, to not fall into the Earth. And so because you're not moving that fast, that's why time for you slows very minusculely. But yeah, over the course of over the course of thousands of years, you could measure seconds off, basically, and that's pretty crazy. But it was proven, and they measured it with atomic clocks, and that's how Einstein's relativity was. Or that's one of the ways it was proven true.
It's not the mass. I meant like it's the density. The density super high on a black hole.
Yeah. So you're saying the same thing. Okay. Well, not the same thing, but it is the mass. It's also the density. Like the black holes are very dense.
No, it is the mass. So the mass of a black hole is 1.46 times 10 to the 53rd power kilograms.
Okay. Well, it's not the density of it necessarily that... It's not the density itself that causes space-time to curve so significantly. It is the mass of the object. Okay, it's squeezed into a very small space, which makes the curve more extreme, okay, because it's so condensed. That's true. So actually I was kind of wrong about that, but it's the mass of the object that causes the amount of curvature. It's the density of the object that will make the amount of curvature like more extreme, because it's in like a smaller, it's taking up a smaller space. I don't think I explained that very well, but again, this is actually more like higher level concepts of general relativity to me, anyway. I mean, probably not to a physicist. This is like a Tuesday for them. They're like, you don't understand this shit? What are you at? What are you at, 8 person? You you dumbass. But oh man, relativity is fun, man. I can't stop learning about it. And what I've been doing is I try to put it in my own words, and then I'll ask AI to fact check it for me.
Bro.
I'll be like,
I'm
is
trying
this
to find
right?
a number on this, bro. But this number, the mass of a black hole is so large that's like 1.46 e to plus 53.
Hmm.
You understand how large that is?
Um,
I think that's up into the septillion.
I know that if the Earth were were a black hole, didn't you say this earlier? It would be like the size of a basketball. If you took all the mass of the Earth and condensed it into a black hole, it would be like, it'd be tiny. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's because it starts condensing. It starts condensing on itself.
Yeah, and stars are way more dense than the Earth as well, but they're huge. But they're compared to a black hole, they're way less dense. But yeah, man, relativity, I love that shit. It kind of opens your eyes to the nature of the universe. I think that sounds kind of pretentious, but like it's true. Like ever since I started learning about this shit, I don't really look at reality the same way anymore. Because you know, just like how gravity is an emergent property of time and space, time itself is kind of an illusion. Because this goes back to what I started this conversation off with, which is our universe is a projection of a four-dimensional object. The universe is a four-dimensional object, kind of like a hypercube, except you need to remember something, which is that a hypercube, traditionally, it operates under Euclidean geometry, meaning that the space it occupies isn't curved. Okay, but our universe is not Euclidean. Space is not uniform. And so it's a four-dimensional object, but it doesn't operate under the same rules as like a hypercube does. And that's why I had this question a few weeks ago because I'm a developer. I like know how to program and shit, and I'm really into video games. So I was like, huh, like there's this game called 4D Miner, which is like Minecraft, but it's in 4D, and it actually is like it's a fully four-dimensional world that you can travel through.
How can this only be four-dimensional?
So the math is actually easy. Okay, there's a lot more math for your computer to do in order to render the world, but basically you just add another vector to you add another dimensional vector. Okay, it's
Bro, what the fuck would that look like?
You can see it. Look it up. 4D Miner. Now, as 3D beings, you know, we live in a four-dimensional universe, but we are 3D.
Bro, what the hell?
Yeah, we can't really imagine what a 4D world looks like, but we can imagine what it looks like to be in four-dimensional geometry as a three-dimensional being. Just like how
the fuck does that work?
Well, imagine a two-dimensional being in our three-dimensional world.
It's hurting my brain, bro.
Yeah, it kind of does, but it makes sense when you think about it. It actually does. But 4D objects,
Bro,
it's easy for computers to do the math on it.
Bro, does everything have a fourth dimension we can't see?
No, not exactly. Time is the fourth dimension that we can't see, but it's actually different from the other dimensions of space, like I was talking about earlier. And this goes back to the principle that time and space is they are like inextricably linked. But God, I need to send you the video that I saw that I'll send it to you right now, man. I'm gonna go find it. It was called like I understand time after learning this or something like that.
Yeah, I don't think we can comprehend 4D.
Well, we can. You just can't. Oh yeah, here it is. Yeah.
No, it's how something.
In middle school geometry,
how one thing could be two things at once.
Say that again.
How one thing can be two things at once.
It's not though. It's just that we cannot see the dimension. There's another dimension that we can't see because we are 3D beings and so the higher dimensions we're not able to see.
Oh, there's a dimension inside the dimensions.
Yeah, you can. Well, not really. Okay, there's like you can imagine. So in our reality, we have up, down, forward, backward, left, and right. But in a 4-dimensional plane, there's another vector. Okay, there's like there's a fourth vector. Okay,
what does it do?
It's just another direction. And you can't imagine it because we are 3-dimensional beings.
But like, what other direction is there than the? Is there such a thing as a 4-dimensional being?
Well, we don't know. Probably not. Probably not in our universe.
Terrifying. That'd
yeah.
be terrifying, wouldn't it?
Well, here's the thing, man. I'm a Christian. I don't know what you are. I don't judge. Okay, I'm not gonna beat you over the head with it. But we're actually approaching Christian territory now, and I believe that I believe in the Trinity. Okay, and basically, God is either a 4th-dimensional being, or he's an even higher dimension. He is something outside of our purview, our perception. Okay, and that's what makes him omnipotent. Okay, like our universe has 4 dimensions, the 4th one being time. That might not be entirely accurate to put it like that, because, like I said, there are differences between space and time.
Yeah,
but
isn't it kind of wild how like your computer can render the 4th dimension?
Yeah. Well, actually, not really. It's not that wild, because you have to understand that like the virtual space that computers render, right? The space, it's really just matrices. Okay, it's like and a matrix is just like you can think of it like a block of data, and it just stores all the different points in space and where objects are within the space, and that's what like 3D rendering is. So all you have to do is add another matrix. Okay, you just have to add a 4th dimension to your matrices. And it does mean that it costs a lot more computational power, but it works. Computers can do it really easily. It's not something that like the reason that nobody did it before 4D Minor, it's just because nobody really thought to make a game like that, because how the fuck would that be fun? I mean, it's kind of hard to like, I've played 4D Minor. Okay, it's difficult. Because, like, you have to... the enemies are 4-dimensional beings, and they attack you, and you can't see them. And when you build a house...
I saw the video where he said, like, I made Minecraft, but it's 4D. Is that the one you're talking about?
Yeah, 4D Minor. Yeah, that's the game. And, like, to build a house, right? You know, in Minecraft, you gotta build a house to protect yourself from the monsters. Well, in 4D Minor, you have to build a house, but you have to build walls where you can't see them. Okay, like, you can't see all of the walls of your house at once, because at any position you are in space, you're never going to be able to see at least 2 of the walls, if not more, because there's an axis that you can't see. So it's crazy shit. I think that this is the nature of God.
There's more of the world, right? Than we can see.
No, because look, we know what our universe is. I mean, at least from our current observations, we know what the universe is. We can't see all of the universe, There's an observable universe, and then based on our calculations, there's like even more universe beyond that we can't see because of the time it takes for light to travel. We can't see light outside of our observable universe. But with that in mind, with our current knowledge of what we can see, we know what the universe is. And the answer is it's a projection of a four-dimensional object. That projection is kind of like... Do you know about Plato's allegory of the cave? You ever heard that before?
What you say?
Do you know about Plato's allegory of the cave?
Yeah.
So Plato, as you may know, was a Greek philosopher that lived a few thousand years ago. And he came up with this idea that reality, as we know it, is an illusion. Okay, well, not really an illusion, but a projection. Like, what you see is not really what's real. Okay, and the way he described it was, imagine you are a prisoner in a cave. And you were born in this cave, you've never left the cave, you have only ever been inside the cave. And you can, there's an entrance to the cave where light shines in, but you cannot turn around. You cannot see what is outside of the cave. You can only look forward. And as you are looking forward, you can see projections of, you can see shadows of people, of animals that walk past the cave. Okay, you could even see plants waving in the sunlight. Okay, you can see their shadow. Plato said this is what reality is. And I think that he was kind of right about that. Because what that video I sent you will tell you, and I believe this is what's accurate, at least mostly. Keep in mind the guy is just a YouTuber that's... well, actually, he may be a physicist. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, you can look into his credentials. I like the guy's videos because they're entertaining. But anyway, time and space are these variables that change, but they change like not really relative to each other, but like when there's this thing called contraction, space contraction. The faster you move, space stretches, okay, and time slows. Okay, so think about that. Space becomes bigger, and time slows down. Okay, it's velocity that that changes these things, and they change variable to each other. And what that means is, when you, let's say you travel at like 99% the speed of light, which is, extremely fast. It would take an immense amount of energy. And you go to the nearest star system. From your perspective, it only takes you a few weeks, and time for you is moving very slowly. And the distance that you are traveling is very short, because length is contracting. But from an observer's perspective, that can see your spaceship moving, they don't see, they don't feel the time slow, and they don't see the contraction of space like you do, because they're moving at a regular speed. Okay, so either way, you will both see you arrive at the star system at the same time. Even though time for you is moving slower, it's because the length contraction and the time dilation They always cancel each other out. Okay, and this is why everything is actually always moving at the speed of light. You are moving at the speed of light right now. I am moving at the speed of light right now. We all are. It's just that we're traveling through time. We're traveling through space-time at the speed of light. Okay, so like, so as my velocity increases, I'm traveling through space faster, and my time slows. But we're all moving at the same speed of light. Pretty crazy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Sorry, I'm texting this girl.
oh, it's okay. It's okay, man. Text that girl. Don't bore her with relativity, okay? Women don't like that. Women don't. She's gonna be like, he's a nerd.
She wants me to teach her piano and shit.
You play piano?
Yeah.
Me too. I also play trombone and guitar. You play any other instruments?
Yeah, I play guitar.
Nice. Yeah, guitar and piano, those are the classics. Those are the man impressing woman classics. Trombone, not so much. Okay, but it's actually my favorite instrument that I learned.
What the saxophone?
Oh yeah, saxophone. Yeah, that gets you bitches. Hell yeah. Remember Bill Clinton? Remember when he played the saxophone? Hey man, so how old are you? Are you like 22?
I'm 26.
Oh, damn. I'm sorry to hear that.
I'm old.
Yeah, me too, man. I just turned 25. It's rough out here.
Hey, I'm gonna call this girl. I'll call you later.
Oh yeah, you have
Send my
fun,
friend
man.
request.